Hello my friends, it's so great to be back with you today. Just to do a little catching up, I've been away from YouTube because I have been so busy with my students, and today was the last day of school. I have just cried so many times today, I think I'm all out of tears, and so did my kids. They were hugging me and telling me, can you go to 4th, can you go to 5th, can you go to 6th? I felt the same way. I didn't want to let them go. It is so hard. I don't think anyone understands how attached you get to your students unless they're a teacher. They really do become like your own kids. And we did so much together. I do community service with my students. We had a garden this year, which was the first time I've ever done that. That was an amazing experience. We grew lettuce that actually looked like a Christmas tree. It was this big, and it's not a fish story either. It really was this big and shaped like a Christmas tree, and a radish this big. I didn't even know they could grow that big. It was just incredible, and my students just loved that. And we just finished doing a play together. We did a day show for the school and a night show for parents, and close to 1,000 people they performed in front of that day. So it really was a phenomenal year, and I'm just so sad to see them go, but it's always exciting when the new school year starts and you get a new batch of children to work with and make an impression on. So that was great, sad but great. And then I did a meetup with two of my favorite people, Marta and Mel. We met up and went to ULTA and Panera together. I didn't videotape, but Marta did, and I will link her channel and you can see our meetup. We just had such a great time. They're both amazing women, and they were like sisters. I didn't want them to go. I was so sad when the day ended and they took off. So we'll definitely get together again. But while we were out shopping, we went in ULTA, and I sort of had a little throwback. We went to the Clinique counter, and I was telling Mel that recently I got very nostalgic. Years ago, I used to wear a lipstick from Clinique called Black Honey, and I just loved it. I love how narrow the packaging is. I like this kind of packaging, and it's just so moisturizing on your lips. So I had bought this a few weeks ago and wanted to pick it up for my mother for Mother's Day, which, spoiler alert, she loved it. Well, I was telling Mel that would look great on you, and so she ended up buying it and loved it. And of course, we were all recommending products to each other. I'm going to go ahead and put this on so you can see, but it's just a beautiful color, and like I said, it's moisturizing. It stays on nicely. Right now, by the way, the only makeup I have on is eye makeup. I have nothing on my skin because I want to show you a couple of products that I've been using, but I just love this. It's one of my favorite lipsticks I've ever used. So another thing, while we were there, Marta was asking for some samples, and all of a sudden the Clinique lady started giving us a bunch of stuff, so I'm really thankful to Marta for that. But this is the clarifying lotion, and I've been doing this at night after I cleanse, and I can't believe that even when I double cleanse, I still get stuff that comes off on this. And I used this many years ago, but I've become very attached to this now, and I will repurchase it. But they gave us this whole bottle. I couldn't believe it, and I just absolutely love it. Am I the only one who is weirdly fascinated by how much dirt I can get off my face? I mean, I washed my face before I came on here, and look what just came off of my skin. I can't believe it. That's why I love this stuff, and that's why I'm going to definitely repurchase it. Now, while I was out with Marta and Mel had recommended this Lash Enhance. We picked it up at TJ Maxx, and I explained to her that I had been using eyelash serum, Grand MD, but it's pretty pricey. This was around $5.99 as opposed to paying $50 or $60. And she said it was really working for her. I've been using it. I've been putting it in my brows also, and I am seeing a difference in my brows. The lashes, I think, are maintaining what I got from the Grand MD. So I'm going to continue to use this, and if I see it again at TJ Maxx, I'll definitely pick it up. Last time I did a skincare video, I talked about this find from Marshall's, this Lierac. and I am still in love with it. And a lot of you asked me in the comments, you said, is that like Clinique, their Moisture Surge? And I really had no idea. I've seen it online, but I've never used it. So I actually, when I was at ULTA the other day, picked this up from Clinique. And I would have to say they look very similar. The Lierac actually has more of a fragrance. So if you don't like fragrance, I think you might like the Clinique better. As far as hydration, I do think the Lierac might be a little more hydrating than the Clinique, but they're so close, it's hard to tell the difference. I like knowing this is available because if I can't get the Lierac anymore, or the price is too high on eBay or Amazon because it's not sold locally, I can always use this. But I really do like the Clinique. One thing I love about this product is I don't need an eye cream. This sinks right in your skin, and I bring it up right under my eye, and it gives so much moisture. I think since I've been using this, my under eye area looks so much better. And I have oily skin, and some of these creams are just a little too much for me. This sinks right in. It just feels so good going on. I love the feeling of it. And I actually like this texture even more than, say, a white cream. But I'm in love with this stuff. If you happen to be by Marshall's and they have it in, I only paid $14.99 for it online. I think it runs up to around $40. But I bought it for my mother for Mother's Day. She loves it too. She's 75. I'm almost 54. And I just think it's a great product. Over the past few months, Colorescience has sent me several products. I'm not sponsored by them. They just sent me the products for my honest review. And everything they've sent me has been spot on. It has just been awesome. I actually had my parents try out the powder, my mom and dad, and they loved it. And I've recommended it to a few people at school that have asked me, you know, Laura, what should I do over the summer? I said, you should be wearing sunscreen all the time, whether it's summer or winter, if you're indoors or outdoors. And what I love about the Colorescience powder is it doesn't get into fine lines and it doesn't cake up. You can keep applying this throughout the day and you're never going to get a cakey look. I've put it on several times and it just really gives you a beautiful, flawless look without getting cakey. No one would even know you have powder on. And I think that's pretty incredible. The brush is antimicrobial, so you don't have to worry about that. And I love the way it's packaged. This is just amazing for your purse. This is a new mini size that they have, which I think is great. And what they sent me this time to try out was their face shield. This has a 50 sunscreen and it's meant to protect you from pollution, UVA, UVB, light that we get off computers and phones. Now there's no color to this at all, but I'll tell you, I love this packaging. I just squeeze it out and I put some on my hand. Now when you put it on, you think, oh, there's color to it because it looks like a beige shade, but there is no color to this at all. And I just wanted to show you how it looks on my skin. I'm going to put just some on. I'm just going to be washing my face actually for bed because it's late in the day. But I just love putting this on with my e.l.f. blending brush. This brush is my go-to for applying sunscreen. I think it makes it a lot easier and more pleasant. And I'm not being real careful with it since I'm just in the house and it's nighttime. But I would blend it down into my neck. And I would use more than that if I were going out for the day. But it just sinks right into your skin. It's not sticky. And it offers great sun protection. The other thing I am absolutely obsessed with is their Bronzing Perfector. It's a 3-in-1 face primer. I use this not as a primer, but as my actual foundation. It has color to it. And you don't have to order different shades. I don't believe this is just one shade, but it goes on like a mousse. It looks exactly like mousse. And then I just take it, dab it on, and just like I did with the sunscreen that I just put on, I usually take my e.l.f. blending brush, or I even do it just like this with my fingers just to apply it, and then if I need to, I blend it out. But this just, once it sinks in, it's beautiful. I mean, It rivals any of these foundations. It's not real heavy, so my own skin can show through. Now I do often take a little concealer around the nose where I've broken capillaries, or blend out in this area a little bit with a concealer. If I'm not gonna be around people that much, if I'm just running to the store, I don't bother with that. But if I'm, say, going to school for the day, I will make that extra step and fill in around my nose. But it's just absolutely beautiful. And then I take the Total Eye, the 3-in-1 Renewal Therapy. This actually is a combination of skincare and concealer for the under eye. You only need a little bit. Now it has the metal applicator. I tend to just put a little bit on my finger and go up under the eye, and this really does brighten the under eye area. Let me show you this side compared with the side without it, so you can see the brightening effect. I'm going to put just a little bit more. This does not make fine lines under your eyes. It is the one product I've ever tried that is just as if you put nothing under there. It really is amazing. So hopefully you can see on camera the difference between the two sides, that this side looks brighter. What I love about this product is you are getting skincare ingredients. You can wear this to bed. They actually tell you to wear it to bed. I don't usually. I have, you know, other skincare products that I'm using at night, but you can wear it as often as you like because it is a skincare product and makeup combined in one. I'm just going to go over my face now with the Sunforgettable. Now this powder has a 50 sunscreen. I really believe in layering your sunscreen, so this is actually my third layer. This powder is just beautiful. Any little bit of oiliness that you have from the sunscreen, there's not going to be much, but if you have any, this powder just really smooths it out. You can go up under your eyes with it. It's not going to cake. It's just a beautiful product. You could put it on your hands, your forearms. Say you're out and you forgot to put sunscreen on. Just swirl it like this, put it, you can bring it up onto the arm. It is fabulous. While I was at Marshall's, I picked up this Lorac Pro blush. This shade is called Coral Crush, and this is their Power Cheek Stain. If you see these when you're at Marshall's, grab them. I grabbed 3, and I've never regretted it because it's the first blush I've had that really stays all day. I just dabbed barely into this, and when I put this on, when I come back from school, it's still just as pigmented as when I left the house. The shades are beautiful that I picked up at Marshall's. There was like a plum shade and more of a rose shade, and then this coral shade. But I've never regretted it. The price was ridiculous. It was probably around $5.99, some low price that I couldn't believe. But it is just a beautiful product. This next product is one of my most favorite I've ever bought. It has made my skin feel amazing, and it's this silicone sponge I ordered off Amazon. I already had one, but it cost me about $45, and I wanted to share one with you that was a lot less expensive. So I ordered this. It had great reviews on Amazon, and it is amazing. My skin felt so good that my husband asked me, why does your skin feel so soft? And I told him, and I ordered him one. He loves it. Then I went and ordered my parents one, and they both love it too. So it's great because many of those exfoliators that you buy, the grains in them are just too rough for mature skin. They never made my skin feel this good. There's never been one exfoliator I've used that has made my skin feel like this. And the great thing is you need less products. So you buy just your regular body wash, put it on here, or you could use your soap, anything that you like to use in the shower, and you just have a great treatment. It feels like a massage. I love it for my feet. It just feels so good. I've also used it on my face, and it did an amazing job there too. You can use it in your hair. It is just an amazing product. This is something like you'll want all of your family to have because it's so great. I hope you'll share some of your new favorite skincare products in the comments with all of us. I love hearing from you. I will be a lot better about getting back with you now that school is out. I've just been so busy. I haven't had a second. So I hope you'll forgive me for that. And I always send a heart to you so you know I am reading your comments and that I really appreciate you. If you're not a subscriber, I hope you'll subscribe and that you'll watch some of my videos if you haven't seen them before. I have some skincare and makeup videos that I think you'll enjoy. I hope you all have a great week.